Hey, I'm Charlie Pittman and I'm here chatting with Milky. So I've always had like a love for music, but I didn't come from a musical family. I just kind of started picking up instruments and teaching myself. I felt like the best way to sort of express myself was through music, and so I started writing songs as a teenager. When I started performing, I think that's when I really sort of caught the bug and wanted to make it a career. Doing something like The Voice actually did help me sort of find and at least explore who I was as an artist. There was a lot of opportunity to play around with costuming and different sounds and stuff. And I think when I went on the show, I knew what I wanted to be like. And so I kind of just experimented with that. And then when I came off the show, I obviously saw that it resonated with people. And so off the back of that, I could then just kind of keep doing more of the same, I guess. So my debut EP, Nothing Is Forever, explores a lot of themes from really personal themes, really, navigating childhood to adulthood, that sort of age where you're not really an adult, but you're not really a child, but you're really having to deal with adult themes of love and friendship and loss and everything that everyone sort of goes through, but it's sort of amplified when you get into that age. And every single song is super personal to my life. Each specific song has its own place in the story. Hopefully it's something that's relatable to other people. I think when I first started writing music, I was definitely more scared to write such personal stuff because it can be so exposing, but it is the stuff that is really personal that is the better stuff. It's the stuff that resonates with people. I think even when some lyrics I write are so specific and so weird that I think no one could ever relate to that, but I think that is the stuff that people kind of cling on to and take as the image. And I think even just the use of the internet and social media and TikTok, people kind of posting stuff that we all thought was such a personal thing, and then you go, oh, actually, no, I do that too, and I relate to that. So I think for me, letting that guard down and just fully exposing sort of my story is like so central to how I make music. So I'd been releasing music since 2020, and when I started doing shows, a lot of the music I was writing was very singer-songwritery, kind of me and an acoustic guitar or me and a keyboard. And when I was doing these shows, I wasn't like really enjoying myself, and I was looking at the artists that I aspired to and the people that I sort of look up to, and that sort of high energy shows that they do, and I thought that's the kind of stuff that I want to do. And if that's the kind of music I listen to, I guess that's the stuff that I want to make as well. And so I really was trying to craft an EP that could translate to a live audience and that would feed an energy live as well. And so that was super important to the sound of the EP, with like the big guitars and drums and sort of a bigger feel than just a stripped back sort of vibe. Even the songs that have more of a stripped back feel, they kind of grow to a bigger place that when you see it live, it should be very similar to how it is when it's on the EP, I guess. I think the visual side of it is as important as the music, especially as it's kind of my debut EP. It really shows kind of who I am as an artist and builds an idea in people's heads of like what I want to show people, I guess. And so in terms of the music videos, it was very much my story that I wanted to tell, and I worked really closely with Zoe, the director, to feed that story, and she did an amazing job with it. But it was super collaborative, and I kind of came to her and said, hey, this is what I want to do. Yeah, that's always been so important for me. I think the visuals are just as important as the music. I think I do have a sort of formula that works. It can change up a little bit. I think because my stuff is so narrative heavy and comes from a sort of storytelling background, I always kind of go into a session with an idea of what I want to write about. And so I kind of never go into a session completely blank. I always go in with at least like a whole notes page full of lyric ideas or images, or at least a title or a concept. And I think those sessions always come out better, and they create the songs that have specificity, and I don't know, the stories that then resonate with people. I think when I go into sessions and I don't really know what I'm writing about, it can then be quite vague. I like having done my prep when I go into actually then write a song. Even if I'm writing by myself, I'll do the prep first and then I'll write afterwards. That kind of is the formula. I guess if I'm working with a certain type of producer, they might be coming with like a certain musical idea, but I can then link that to my lyrical idea, I guess. There's a lyric in Dog Black, which is the current single of the EP, which is in the second verse, which is some days you're dying, some days you're around, which is probably my favourite lyric. I think it's really simple and it really does kind of say it how it is. It doesn't kind of dress up anything, but it's so true. I think in life, you know, you can get really caught up in things, and you can really overthink stuff and you can get so caught up, but you know, everyone dies at some point, everyone goes through stuff, and everything ends at some point. Yeah, it's something that I always kind of stick to, I guess. I think the song would be House in the Suburbs. I think that's the song, it was the first song that I wrote for the EP that I thought, okay, this kind of cements the sound that I want to go in and the direction of the EP. So I think if you heard House in the Suburbs, you would get an idea of kind of the sound that I'm looking for and the artist I am. There's a lot of unreleased music. I think because the EP is obviously 5 tracks and I'm doing a headline show, I'm not just going to be able to play the 5 tracks. And so there's a lot of unreleased stuff, which I'm super excited to play. I've only played it once. We did a London show last month. It went down really well. And so I'm super excited to play the new stuff. We've got a full band and the band are incredible. And so I think, yeah, audience can expect a lot of new music, and also it'd be nice to play these songs having them actually out, because I've been playing these songs for a couple of years now, and so it'll be nice to have a few people maybe trying to sing along with the songs if they've learned the lyrics and stuff like that. So yeah, 100%. I think live shows are the most important thing to me as an artist. I think in terms of creating fans and building a fan base and having that live connection, there's absolutely nothing like it. Like, social media is an amazing tool to connect with fans, but there's nothing like doing it live. And so it really is the most important thing for me. And I'm really excited to be able to do this. It's my first time ever doing headline shows in Australia. And I've had an amazing experience sort of building fans from doing some support slots and stuff. So it'll be amazing to have sort of my own shows to explore that, I think. Jeremy Zucker and Valley. Someone like The Japanese House. Lover's Not Dying by Jeremy Zucker. Maybe 500 Days of Summer. Don't have a lot of thoughts. I'm just thinking, is everyone having fun? Hannah Montana. Give Me Love by Ed Sheeran or something like that. Something really old. I think Ed Sheeran was the first concert I went to, actually. I think I was like 15 or 16. Maybe John Mayer at the O2 in London. Maybe something like Coldplay. Like one of the early Coldplay albums. Ooh, maybe a Spice Girl. Lanky. Probably Red Rocks. Maybe Angels by Robbie Williams. Maybe someone rogue. Maybe like I think maybe like Beyonce. I was thinking Taylor Swift. Bags by Clairo. Literally never get sick of the song. Music means like absolutely everything to me. It sounds like super cliche, but it really does. I think probably when I watched my first concert, I thought I want to do that.